So, as I said again, right now we are live for a new episode of Syntrum podcast. I'm with Shola, founder of Syntrum, and he will tell us what Syntrum has been up to the past 2 weeks, and you will see that they did a lot of things. So, hey Shola, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having us this week. So for the past week, we have been working on the mobile app. Currently, we are working on the Wallet Connect interface. We're integrating both Wallet Connect version 1 and version 2. We're also working on the decentralized application browser. So that's the option, and it works with Wallet Connect. With that, to be able to interact with decentralized applications beyond what the mobile wallet has by default. Um, yeah, so those are the things we are working on as related to the wallet. Beyond that, we've been working on other aspects of the project. Before to some of the details we've been working on, I just want to give a sort of a two-paragraph overview of what Syntrum. Those that probably are not here or have that. So Syntrum, what is Syntrum? Syntrum is a blockchain company that is focused on developing a top ecosystem for all things decentralized. So what that means is that we're building a Go ecosystem where users of all kinds will be able to seamlessly access decentralized applications, Web3 tools, so blockchain infrastructures. When I say of all types or kinds, we are targeting end users who want to access Web3 applications to trade, to play games or interact with play to earn games, to do participate in airdrops or decentralized social medias. Those are end users, and we're also getting creators and developers. Right, creators are those that guys in, especially those in the NFT space, right? Those that come up with their artwork or NFTs. We are creating tools for such, and then for projects that are building in the Web3 space, we are building tools or access for them to interact with Web3 tools or infrastructures. For example, a permissionless staking protocol, early stage, super early stage projects to integrate staking protocol, liquidity mining protocol frictionlessly in minutes. So those are the kinds of things we are building on the behind the scene. Now, as regards to other things that are going to be coming up within the next 1 or 2 weeks, we have been with a couple of marketing partners, development partners. We are gearing towards, launching our pre-sale. Now, our IDO is going to be in September, ending August, early September, because our tentative TGE is going to be the 10th of September. Proud to the IDO, then the TGE, we're also doing a pre-sale that will be announced probably today or tomorrow, and the pre-sale will actually start on Monday the 3rd, and for a couple of weeks. Following that event, we have planned a lot of activities that will start on Saturday. Mistaken. Some involves community giveaways, so airdrops to incentivize engagement on a larger scale, right? And then we have YouTubers that would be sort of covering what we're building, educational review of about. We're also communicating with press platforms or news platforms that will also release articles about what we are working on. So a lot of activities are being planned starting from this Saturday, and it's gonna, run all of, should I say, the year. And so different events are scheduled week Saturday.
So that means everyone should carefully follow Syntrum on all social media because you will be taking
Yeah,
over the Christmas phase.
yeah, that's the plan, slowly but surely.
That's great. And you know, at the beginning you talked about Syntrum wallet, and maybe could you give us a quick demo of the wallet if you
I'll, yes, I will try to do a quick share, even though sometimes it sort of glitches out. So yeah, at current of the wallet, we are able to install it on, users are able to install it on their phone and actually test it out. Currently, the version we have is an Android version that is being tested and scheduled for release in July. So we're still gunning for mid for it to be open alpha, so the broad community, crypto community, will be able to access it. So I'll just quickly share. Um, let's see, share my phone. So I'll just quickly share a couple of things that are been integrated in the wallet. So the wallet is called Syntrum, or Syntrum wallet, or Syntrum for short, and this is opens up because I have pre-installed it, and maybe I can delete it and reinstall it, so those that have the wallet before now will actually see how to set it up and all that. Is similar to any custodial wallet that are out there. So this is the token fragment or screen, and users can actually, there are some default um, should I say, coins that appear by in the wallet by default, and users can decide to add more tokens on supported blockchain. If you go to the settings button at the top right corner, you can select the blockchain you want to add a token, and you can specify the smart contract address of the said token, and then you can search. And that's how you are looking. Another thing that would like to show at this time is the swap. Now, the swap is not a decentralized. Syntrum swap is not on its own a decentralized a exchange like PancakeSwap, Uniswap. Instead, it is an aggregator, right? It allows users to access multiple decentralized exchanges from one point, from one interface. The reason for that is that there are so many decentralized exchanges in existence now. Most times people don't have the patience or even the time to searching for which decentralized exchange has the best rate for whatever trade they want to do. But with Syntrum's DEX router, that's what we call our swap. Users can, access those multiple DEXs, and with our optimization algorithm that sets DEX by price or by rate, that are always, going to have, be prompted all the exchanges in the order in which their rate is, right? So the ones with the best rate are shown at the top, and the one with the best rate is the default rate, or sorry, exchange that will be recommended. Now, because we want users to still finally make their Users can decide to go with any other, extra the specified one. Now, it looks significant, but let's assume you are trying to in like in the thousands and up. For example, in the video, I'm trying to swap 5,000 USDC to, USDT. And if I did the swap on version 3, I'm going to get 4,999 USDC. If I do it on Pancake version 2, I'm going to get 4,964. I'm going to lose approximately 35, or should I say 35 USDC. On it on ApeSwap version 2, I would be getting 484,843, which is a loss of about 167 USDC. You see, so users don't know this. Users just go to the exchange or DEX they are used to, right? Money by doing that because we're used to something. I'm used to, say, PancakeSwap. I don't think of any other exchange. And if PancakeSwap says this I'm getting, I would just go ahead and swap. But with our swap router, users don't need to be stuck with one exchange. They don't even need to bother themselves with what those exchanges are called. But they will always have access to all those whitelisted or trusted exchanges, and they will always be routed to the best exchange. Hence, they would lose less of their assets while they do or whenever they do those swaps. So that's the benefit of this. And I can just go ahead with the example I'm showing in the shared screen. And if you which swap you want, like I said, but the default is the first one, which is the best rate, which gives the best rate, and then users just need to click on it, and then the transaction goes through. It also shows you the progress of the transaction if you don't close the screen that pops up. But again, you can always check the transaction on Etherscan or whatever the explorer for the said exchange is. So that is a good overview of what Syntrum Swap is. Again, this is being shown app is going to also be on our browser application. So anything you can use on our browser application, you will be able to use on our mobile. Anything you can use on our mobile app, you will be use on a browser application. Likewise, anything you can use on a browser application will be accessible seamlessly from our mobile application. The reason for that is we don't want to limit users of the swap to be only those that use Syntrum wallet. If we have a browser application, users will be able to access Syntrum swap router from another wallet, not necessarily Syntrum wallet.
And you said you were also working on the dab browser, so can you show this to us? Or
Okay, yeah, the DApp browser is not yet live. It's gonna be live within July also. It's just the interface that we're working on because the back end is done already. And so within the next 2 weeks, thereabout, the DApp browser will be available and users can actually interact there. Uh, there are other things that are going to be launched in the month of July as well, other than the DApp browser
so
or the
what are
Swap browser, rather.
what are the other
Go-
things that you are going to launch on July?
Okay, so because Syntrum has been working for over a year to 2 years, there about 1 year to 2 years period, we have worked on a handful of applications, decentralized applications that are sort of Web3 tool like. I like to call them tools and end user type application. One, um, should I say tool or application is the staking deployer that we are working on. We call it SignVolt. This is an application that we have finished working on a while, but we never launched it. It is an application that allows projects very early stage, or anyone that wants to start a blockchain or crypto project to be able to deploy staking pool without needing to code from scratch, right? So think about it. If you deploy a staking pool, you can, I mean, there are ways you can do that. You can develop it from scratch. You can for open source codes and fork from an existing project. Another way to do it is to use white label solution, or because these solutions are by entity for that particular use where other projects can sort of use it. Um, uh, it also covers security checks. So users or projects that decide to use our staking permissionless staking protocol will be able to their staking protocol and also get security check orders. They are going to get extended audit certificates from partner auditing firms. So we're partnering with a couple of auditing companies, smart contract auditing companies. So this also helps them save cost. If you are going to deploy or build a a staking protocol rather, you either need to developer or you are a developer yourself, and you will spend a couple of hours doing it, hours to days doing it. With permissionless vote, users will be able to deploy their staking pool. Within 15 minutes, you have deployed your staking pool, and you can set the date when it goes live, the size pool, you can set the type of reward system it emits. It can be fixed reward system. It can be dynamic depending on how many people stake. You can set the day that the staking completed, like that. So it comes with a lot of customizability, but then taking away the coding or the technical aspect out of it. So that is something we want to July rather. I mean July, because it's something that the broader community, crypto community can use, and it's not dependent on our token, right? So we want to start sort of launching products that can be used by everybody, instead of just keeping them until we have our TGE done. We should launch it from now. So that's our thesis.
Okay, and you said something interesting that this that browser is not linked with your token. And if we come back to your token, what will be the value of it and how it will contribute to the ecosystem?
Did you talk about you said the DApp browser, that's what or
Yeah,
you're talking about the staking protocol?
yes, you said that the token is not related to the tab price or to the things you are launching.
The staking protocol, it brings utility to the space, and the utility brings dependent on our token. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
yeah,
So
yeah,
the broader fit from it, not just our internal community that hold our tokens. Does that does that clarify that?
yeah. That's perfect. Yes,
O-
I miss. And
Okay.
now, if we talk about the token, what would be the utility of the token within the Syntrum ecosystem?
There are so many use cases for our token. Um, Term use cases are the ones I would just quickly mention. One of these is governance and access, right? So Syntrum, though it seems to be centrally right, because it's at an early stage, in the near future, very, very near future, is going to be run as a decentralized organization where have stake in the company based on their holding, token holding, or NFT as well, will be able to vote on things that are done on the direction in which project is going. Users of or holders in our community, we have access, advanced will by the mere reason or by the mere fact that they are holding Syntrum tokens, taking Syntrum token, unlock advanced utility on our platform. They will be able to participate in our liquidation manager protocol. That's something that comes with our lending and borrowing application. Let me just throw more light to it. Lending and borrowing application, like any algorithmic market, there are, should I say, they are not exactly liquidators, but they are sort of liquidators. What they do is that when a loan account is flagged as, should I say, flagged as needing liquidation because of the rate of the collateral has been dropped based on trading price and stuff. Those liquid the ones that sign the transaction for liquidation of loan, and they get to benefit from the system by any rewards for participating in the security or the mechanism of the platform. So for example, if a loan has been flagged as needing liquidation, a liquidator account will get a notification that this loan or this account has a loan in which the collateral has dropped and hence needs to be liquidated. And then when it is liquidated, the liquidator percentage in the fees collected for liquidation. So people can earn by participating in that. Some other utilities found here on our document, and they are listed here. So access to technological services and that features, users can gain membership ranking based on whatever level of stake they have in the platform. They can actually use our token as means of exchange, NFT marketplace, or GameFi asset market. It's also an incentive for participating in protocols like I just described. So these are some of the main features, or should I say use cases, of our token, but not limited to those ones.
And do you have some information about the tokenomics?
If you go to our document and there's a tab on the docs.syntrum.com for those that cannot see what I'm sharing, syntrum.com, you just need to click on set the group called asset. You would see Syntrum token, and when you click there, you can go to the bottom a bit in the middle, and you're gonna see total supply and allocation, the breakdown. You're going to see a further breakdown of sales allocation. You will see the price and if they are vested or not for different stages of sale, and then further description of those allocation up and vesting period. If you check at the bottom of that same page or section, you will see a single more a complete information on tokenomics. So you can click on it and it opens an Excel sheet that sort of shows everything in detail, breakdown, release schedule, everything in totality can be found there, including valuation, market cap, initial market cap, all those details are available on our website.
I like how you are being extremely transparent with your community.
Thank you, thank you.
And there was something else I wanted to ask because during the last podcast you briefly mentioned IDEO. Did you choose an IDEO platform? Can you disclose this or not?
So still working on that. We have spoken to four IDO platforms, three of three of the top IDO platforms that everyone in the crypto space know, but we have not concluded about our negotiation. The interest is great, but I wouldn't want to mention their name as a, for, I mean, mention it, but I don't want it to look like we're using it to sell our project, right? When we have not finalized. Now, I can mention some exchange listing offers from, and we are going to be signing those offers within the coming weeks. We have gotten an offer from you, BKEX. We have also gotten an offer from MEXC, and we will definitely be proceeding with the listing. Is not anytime soon, but the listing is not anytime soon, but it's good to start closing those offers early enough. So yeah, those ones I can mention because an offer has been discussed, even though we have not finalized with signing.
Okay, great. Thanks for this information. And at the beginning, you also talked about marketing campaigns you're about to launch. So, if I sum up what you said, you're about to have some event, maybe participating in some Twitter Spaces, and you will also have some influencers promoting your project on YouTube and other social media. Is it correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And do you have any more information to share regarding your marketing campaigns?
I mean, sort of give an overview of it, but not name names, because for sure, some of the platforms that we are using are popular with a huge community like BSC News, BSC News. B, there's one BSC Daily. Those two we have negotiated with them, so we're gonna be doing an AMA with them. There are other platforms that we have not finalized our negotiation with, but I can give a summary of all the events we'll be doing, starting with using Twitter um, Telegram influencers to promote our product, promote our sales, also promote, or should I say, further market our airdrop or community event. We're going to be doing AMA with reputable Twitters and Telegram channels or groups. We are going to be doing weekly Telegram contests. We are going to be promoting on it. We're going to be getting sync on platforms, on news platforms. So we have ads. We're going to have YouTube videos, showcasing the product we are, and sort of explaining the use cases. Some of them will be educational to explain how they work. We're also going to be focusing a marathon type with other projects, not necessarily projects that are marketing or that offer marketing services, but projects that have technology that can be integrated into the Syntrum ecosystem and vice versa. So cross should I say, cross marketing sort of event with partners, technical partnerships that has been established with those projects. Uh, be enacting or starting a an ambassador program. We might be using Zeli or be migrating from Zeli. And then the last one, which I think I might have skipped, is the PR. Releasing articles on platforms like or news outlets like Cointelegraph, Bitcoin.com, and we are in communication with some of these platforms. We are closing on deals as we go, but then it will be packed with so many marketing events.
That sounds really exciting. Can't wait to see it. And there's a question I forgot to ask you regarding the token. On which blockchain are you launching it?
Actually, I think it's on the document. We are launching on chains. It's not here. It must have been skipped, but I can make the smart contract addresses live because we have deployed our tokens on. Currently, we're launching on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Chronos. Those are the four we are focused on this time, but we would also continue integration with other blockchains like Avalanche, um, um, KuCoin Chain, the ones that I can remember. Those are the ones that I can remember of, uh, and these are some of the projects we interacted with in events. So some of these projects we had a discussion with them at the Consensus 2023, like the car team. I spoke with some of their team members, and what we were interested in by engaging with them is to figure of resources they provide to early startups, right? Or startup projects in the space, and some of them have very support, should I say, series of resources meant or aimed at supporting. So those are the kinds of projects we or ecosystem we're targeting to help facilitate our growth.
And it's also good to be multi-chain so you can broaden your audience.
Exactly. The idea is to build and give access to the broader community, blockchain or crypto community, and take our technology, our product, a single chain, make these applications, tools, infrastructure borderless from a blockchain standpoint.
Well, thank you, Shola, for this great overview of the latest Syntrum development. Do we have some question in the audience? Feel free to send us a request or just to tweet your question under the space so we can share it and Shola can answer it. But if you don't have any question, I will ask Shola if there's something else you wanted to say that I forgot to ask you.
Not nothing at this time. I would just emphasize the fact that it looks like there's not a lot of activities going on within the Syntrum community. I want everyone that has found time to join and find what we're doing interesting, to note that Syntrum is community centric project. It might not look like that now, but one step at a time, we're going to eventually get there. A future of a, a futuristic syndrome where community members will actually get to engage on a continual level and actually get incentivized for doing so. Now, I would like we are going to launch our community, or should I say, our ambassador program soon, and we would be looking for community members in joining. In any case, even before that, if any community members or member sees a way in which they can help or join with the everyday activities that we are sort of involved with at this time, it will be great to have you come forward and we can sort of discuss how we can integrate such and feedback into our operations.
Well, thank you for this last word. And I would also say that great things take time, and great community also take time to build. And I really like what you are doing so far. So, guys, also share the Syntrum feel free to share this space with others and also share social media of Syntrum so we can grow this community together. And thanks again for being there because I know that the overall market might not be at its best, but you are still with us and we are really glad to have this podcast with you. So thanks again. And if there's no question from the audience, I think we will end the podcast now. And
The okay, the okay is in the audience. I didn't even notice him on time. I mean, do you want to ask him if he wants to come up? Maybe he has an input.
yes, if Jelke you want to come, feel free to request the mic and we will be happy to hear from you if you have anything to say. No, it doesn't seem like he wants to come.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have the chance to have him for the next podcast. So thanks again, everyone, for being there. I wish you a great day and we keep updated for the next Centrum podcast. And thanks, Shola, for your time and for everything you shared with us today.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and thanks to everyone that found some time to join us. We appreciate it. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.